Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Outer Wilds. So I got eaten by a fish once or twice on the way here, but we are back. We are back in the place just as soon as I could plausibly start recording again. Because I couldn't wait, and I didn't want you all to have to wait either. So let's do this. I actually have a picture now of the coordinates of the coordinates the tracking module gave us. So it's you, and you. I'm very excited about this, for real. Like, I'm very, very eager to see what we are going to see here. Want to run it to here. This is a cool, not like super, probably not super functional coordinate system for a spaceship. It's real neat to enter it, but I can't imagine that this is a good way of communicating the spaces. Okay. Warp core's in, so when we roll this thing up to the top, we might see some serious shit. Or, alternatively, maybe we won't. Maybe nothing will happen. Okay, hold on. Do we have to... Maybe we gotta roll this marble back into... Hey, come here, you. Close enough to it. There we go. We have to roll this thing into this position? I really kind of thought something was going to happen here. Do I have to touch the... What if I touched this? No? Man, really? Really? After all that? Is the warp core okay? Yo, maybe this warp core is broken. Hold on. Let's have a look at it. Oh, this warp core is not good. It's not a good warp core. It's, Huh. Yeah, look at that. That part's broken. I'm not like an expert on warp cores. I'm not going to try to tell you that I'm the warp core pro, but that part on the right is probably not supposed to look like that. Shit, man. I got myself all... Okay, really, my magic welding tool can't fix this, huh? Alright, well... What if I... Can I put this down somewhere? I just want this out of my hand. Okay. Let's look around the rest of the ship. There's no way the ship only has one warp core, right? Can't be. We'll just have a little bit of a look around. I am so disappointed right now. But at least that resolves the suspense a little bit, huh? I know. Hold on. I know there's nothing down here. Yeah, the process of getting into this room is not exactly foolproof. Because, man, there's an anglerfish who hangs out right by the final teleporty bramble knot thing. We almost got eaten by him on the way in... the first time we got in here during the last episode, and he actually did eat me twice while I was trying to get here to start recording today, so I don't really want to have to do it again. It would be really cool if we did not have to go figure out more stuff and then come back here again. Oh, but it looks like that's what's gonna happen, doesn't it? I don't see any... let's go down here. I'm just like looking for any place around the ship that might be open. Because what I'm thinking here is that there probably is a spare warp core storage area. You know, they gotta keep the dilithium crystals somewhere. You can't just have one, because what if it breaks? Because what if this thing happens? What if this exact thing that has happened happens somehow? Oh yeah, this part's mission critical, but we only thought to bring one of them, because our species is hilariously bad at planning. What's this? This is probably just the engine. Probably we can't climb in the engine. Okay, it's not even an aperture. Alright. Can we get inside of the escape pods that haven't been launched? Maybe these would give us access to another area? Let's see, where is the escape? The emergency hatch on these probably is not blown. We don't actually know if you can open them from the outside. I don't think we've ever had cause to try. Yeah, shoot, man. It is interesting that it's still glowing. Like, parts of this are still powered. I wonder how that works. Well, I'm sorry, everybody. I built this up to be a whole big thing, and I'm real disappointed right now. Okay. Well, we gotta make all this work worthwhile somehow. Here's the thing. I don't even know how to get out of here. Oh, fuel level. Whatever, man. Ship's right there. We'll be fine. Yeah, I don't even know how to get back to space from here. I mean, we could just reset it, I guess. Maybe we gotta reset it. How am I gonna get a functional warp core? Or like, can I take the warp core? Yeah, I'll just take the warp core on my ship with me. Whatever. Where can we fix a warp core? Let's see if we can find a way out of here. I mean, it probably works like the rest of the Dark Bramble, right? Where I just fly out one chamber and it delivers me directly out to space. What do you think we could... You know what? If I was going to try to repair a warp core, if I was going to say to myself, as I am doing right now, if I were to do the thing that I have just done, and say to myself, hey, I have a piece of broken Nomai technology, where on earth could we possibly fix it? My first thought would be at some kind of Nomai forge, perhaps. So, we maybe still need to access the Black Hole Forge. That might be the place that we're at. I don't know that we can necessarily do it this loop. I guess we're not that far into this loop. It might be the case that... we have to teleport here from Ash Twin. There's at least one teleporter on Ash Twin that we didn't know what to do with. But, as you can see here, I'm flying back to Timberhearth. I kind of want to just take this down to Hornfels, right? Like, what if we just show Hornfels a Nomai warp core? What will he have to say about that? Will anything happen? Who knows? You know, the autopilot is like... It will not start the journey at all until it has aligned trajectory. You could totally just adjust while flying. I do it all the time. The autopilot is not actually the fastest way to get anywhere ever, it seems like. There are benefits to learning to do it right yourself. We haven't really looked at the Adelrock in a while. It's possible that there's more to do there than I originally recognized. We're not going to worry about it right now, but... Okay, this is the town. We're just gonna put ourselves down right outside the observatory, I think. Wow, look at that landing! Hornfels, I broke this thing, I need help. Hey, Hornfels, what if I told you that all of space was going to be consumed in an explosion and that you're the only one who can help me? You know what else I was thinking? I can put the warp core down here, of course. While I was flying through flying through the Dark Bramble very slowly, why do the anglerfish even have eyes? Like, were they sighted at some point and then they evolved to be blind because the vision... Because they have eyes. They have big visible ocular orbs that just don't do anything. I don't know. It's very strange to me. Hornfels, help! I broke this. Hey, look at this. The statue opened its eyes. Man, would you pay attention to what is happening right now in my hand? Where are the other travelers? Tell me more about Feldspar. Yeah, this is not helpful. I can't believe he doesn't have any dialogue. Yeah, Feldspar's been lost. I mean, I found him. You don't know? Nobody cares? Al, help. Yeah, launch day. It's very exciting. He says do not break it, but I want to show you this thing that I broke. He doesn't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about this warp core. Alright, fine. Never mind. I'll just go back to space. Just go back to space without you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for the assist. Okay, well, it's not exactly how I meant to do this. There we go. Well, the sun looks pretty mad. let's go to Ash Twin. Don't know exactly where we're at here on the timer, but given the size and redness of the sun, I'm imagining we do not have long. The good news is, towers on Ash Twin ought to be exposed. You know what I'm wondering now? Where the hell are the twins? There they are. Wait, is that them? No, that's Brittle Hollow. What am I talking about? What I'm wondering now is, maybe we have to raise the Black Hole Forge on Brittle Hollow? Emberhearth. Fancy, where the hell? Where am I? I'm all turned around. I'm all discombobulated here. Okay, yeah, the problem is just that the twins have been on the other side of the star from me. I'm wondering if we have to raise the Black Hole Forge in order for the teleporter to work? Or if it might be the case that I just, like, the teleporter didn't work for other reasons, like maybe I wasn't actually utilizing it properly. But if we teleport over there without raising the Black Hole Forge, maybe we will find that we wish that we had raised it. So I think, obviously, we're getting the wrap-it-up music here. We're going to be consumed by the sun in just a moment. And in fact, I'm just going to fly directly into it. But once we come through the loop, I think my plan's going to be go to Brittle Hollow, raise the Black Hole Forge just in case, and then go to Ash Twin. And that'll mean, first of all, that we don't have to sit around and wait. Take this, the sun! I'm not afraid of you. Sometimes you gotta show the sun who's boss. Everybody knows that. Yeah, we'll fly to Ash Twin after doing that and fiddle with the teleport towers that remain. I did not do a very thorough job of teleporting from Ash Twin, or at least, maybe throws the wrong word, but I wasn't very particular about the way that I did it. I certainly didn't, like, make note of, like, this tower goes here and that tower goes there. So I guess we're due for another look at the Ash Twin project anyway. God, I hope we can figure out how to activate the vessel before the end of the episode. Otherwise, I'm going to feel like a total ass. So I guess what I'm saying is, hey SB, prepare. Prepare yourself to feel like a total ass. Where is Brittle Hollow at this moment? There it is. I still have that feeling. Perhaps more. Now, what on earth? Autopilot was still running even after it crashed us into the planet. The autopilot's just terrible. It's just the worst pilot. Of the two pilots on the ship, one of them is bad, and one of them is really bad, and I think we should probably rely on the guy who's just bad for a while. We cool everywhere else? It looks like we're mostly good. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'll just fly the ship manually from now on. It's really not that hard. I let the autopilot make me complacent. Okay, so we want to put down probably... I'm trying to think of what the best way to access the Black Hole Forge would be. Because going down via the path near the escape pod doesn't put you very close. I don't actually know if there is a better access route. I mean, the part of the planet that's near there breaks away pretty early, and it might already have. Let's just try to look around. Oh, actually, I could try to just slip down. I could try to just slip down by the escape pod. Okay, what about here? There's a hole around gravity cannon, right? Yeah, let's just use the gravity cannon entrance. Okay, just like, but carefully though. Ow. Hull damaged. Not great. Not great that the hull is damaged. Oh, hey, there is a period where this bridge is actually intact. That's cool. This right here is our beautiful landing pad. What's the part that I broke? Okay, the middle. The whole sort of middle part of the thing. And I'm pretty sure that the platform that we have landed on here remains stable throughout the cycle. Okay, problem solved. So let's go and fix the thing. Is the gravity higher than usual right now? Do they actually simulate the planet losing gravitational force as it loses mass? Maybe I'm imagining that. Okay. We raise the forge. It should be in a more interactable position if indeed we can teleport over here, which we don't actually know is the case. But basically, like, partially this is just killing time. Right, because we know we can't access the Ash Twin teleportation towers at this moment anyway. I'm kind of curious. Let's try to fly up there with the ship, because I think we still have some time. May as well refuel now while I'm thinking about it. We still have some time before we can use the Ash Twin project, so let's just... Okay, hard to fit past here. I don't think they want you doing this. Well, I don't think the ship's gonna get through there. I suppose we could go like under and around. Let's try that. Wait, it's real close in here. Yeah, the problem is all of these like these support struts crashing into. Okay, under, not through the black hole though. And I am going up as hard as possible. I think we might be visiting the black hole. Oh, no, I'm starting to pull free. It's hard because I can't see where I'm going. We'll just point the ship up and use the forward thrusters for this. Sort of feels like I'm not getting anywhere. I think we might have stuck ourselves on the black hole's gravity. It's also just, like, the ship is weirdly sticky sometimes. Like I was trying to communicate before, the way that it behaves when you collide with stuff is very inconsistent. I think probably owing to the fact that I'm not colliding with flat surfaces. So the reason it feels inconsistent is because each collision is actually slightly unique. Okay, here we go, here we go. Triggered a musical cue by getting this close to the upper space. Ah, yeah, see, we can totally access the Black Hole Forge now. If only we can get through to here. I'm going to try to fly closer to where the teleport thing is. The landing pad. I'm stuck on something, I can't see what. Okay, here we go. It does seem like the back jets on the ship are maybe less powerful than the up jets? Or the jets on the bottom? Weird. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. The jets on the bottom are the ones that you intend to use for launches, so of course they're the most powerful. Alright, let's just get out of here. Does not look like there's anything we can do to interact with this usefully from Brittle Hollow. That's Timber Hearth. There's the twins. Do kind of hate flying directly toward Ash Twin when it's that close to the sun. I mean, I guess it's always that close to the sun, right? The distance isn't changing, but the angle is what I meant. Okay, I can see the top of a tower. I think we're getting here at just about the right time. So, parts of the system are already revealed. This will be an okay place to put down. And hey, that time I didn't even damage the ship. Okay, so let's try to be a little bit more systematic. Systematic is the word that I wanted last time. A little bit more systematic about this. Just, like, make sure that we actually comprehend. Okay, so this is the sun station. After the tower that takes you to the sun station, there is this tower, which takes you to somewhere else. But this one we definitely actually got to work, right? I think this might be the one that took us to... No, I don't have any idea. I don't remember at all. We can just do it. Yeah, I'll just do it, and then we'll know. Also, my flashlight's been off this entire time. Because we definitely used the one that took us to Timberhearth. We also used the one that took us to... I don't think we've been to Giant's Deep. Also, I'm not actually on the... I'm like not on the center of this thing. I don't know if that matters. It's weird because when you're on the center of it and you look up, it doesn't... Your crosshair can't be in the middle of the thing. Does this take us to Brittle Hollow? It looks like it does. Oh, the alignment. Huh. Am I doing it wrong? Am I not good at this? How did I get so bad at standing still while looking upward? This one definitely took us somewhere, didn't it? Maybe I'm misremembering? Because it's about to... Like, you can see the light pollution here. We're about to be looking at the sun again. We've definitely done an entire rotation. Well, I guess let's, give it one more spin. There's definitely nothing going on Dark Bramble. I'm trying to think. There's one that took us... Maybe... There's one that took us to a place that was snowy. That's on Brittle Hollow, isn't it? Maybe that's this one. It takes us to the outer South Pole part of Brittle Hollow. It's a little inconveniently timed right there. Nope, this one just doesn't take me anywhere for some reason. Oh, why did I think this was a good idea? Well, maybe it's a little bit more complicated than I've been realizing. It sure seems like that should have worked, right? Yeah, that's the glass part you're supposed to look at. Yeah, maybe there's an additional factor that I'm not figuring out, and that's why what seemed like it should have taken us to the right part of Brittle Hollow didn't work. Or maybe that's the one that didn't work last time? I don't remember. Okay, this one in the nice lush area, this is the one that went to Timberhearth. I remember that. And then there's one or two more towers left, right? But the sand isn't completely off. I feel like this thing sometimes moves faster than this. I feel a little bit like it's just taunting me here. Okay, see, this is a problem. Yeah, we gotta wait for the sand to come down a little bit on that one before we can actually stand on the teleporty bit. I think you have to be standing on the little, the weird little orb. That thing. Wait, how would we do that? Hold on a minute. Damn it, sand. Okay, that's a pretty weird effect. Oh, hold on. Does it work like this? I stand here and look down? Because I think this thing is pretty important, right? This weird little purple orb. So the reason this tower wouldn't have teleported us before was because I was standing on that glass up there. But there's no way to stand directly on the correct surface here while also looking up through the glass. Or maybe not no way, but certainly not a way that's obvious to me right now. Let's see if this points us anywhere. It sure doesn't seem like there are any planets along its path. Yeah, like we're about to see it cross the sun again. So, Whoop. Oh, it took us somewhere. Okay, that totally worked. That was right. Okay, well I think I get that. I do not want to jump ever. We must be extremely wary to never jump in this place. And this is probably not going to be a big surprise. Yep, turns out arrival time just before departure. You know, the way trips usually work. Black Hole Forge. Well, I'm, yeah, cautiously optimistic about this one. Let's do this one area at a time here. These stairs are not patterned with the thing. Am I going to fall? I don't know if there's anything of value in there anyway. Hold on. Let's go to the forge first. Yeah, I'm still a little uncertain of why that first teleport tower wasn't working for us. I must not have been standing quite right on it. Okay, that's a good thing that I had the foresight to raise this. It's the Ash Twin Projection Stone. We have seen the text on the Ash Twin Projection Stone before, right? The advanced warp core is ready to be installed at the heart of the Ash Twin project. I'm intrigued. Hides beside herself. Everything well at the forge? Don't worry, love. Poke is only nervous. The core is extraordinary, and her design work is beautifully clever. Hey, we actually know what a warp core is now. The core's durability could still be improved. I need more time. Ignore her, Yarrow. The core is finished. And if my sister tells you otherwise, then she will be finished as well. Just a straight murder threat. And this is going to show us the room with the masks, right? We still don't know who the third mask is. It's us and Gabbro. I'm hoping that it's a Nomai. But somewhere there is still a Nomai alive. Clary and Root, kindly tune the alignments on each pair of warp cores as I finish them. I've tuned the first pair to activate when its warp tower is aligned with Brittle Hollow. This will drastically speed future deliveries to Ash Twin. It looks like the towers on Ash Twin respond to only 5 alignments when there are 6 warp receivers. Is that a mistake? No, that's correct. Have you seen the schematic in the High Energy Lab on Ember Twin? No, I have not. It depicts which tower is meant to align with which astral body. That would have been useful. That would have helped us figure this out. And before anyone comments, yes, I'm aware this reduces the distance between Yarrow and me. Huh. Yeah, I wonder if I was supposed to have gotten into the High Energy Lab by now. It could well be that there are some pieces of information that we still lack. Where am I taking this first pair of warp cores? And where am I taking the remaining pairs once they're ready? All of the black hole cores go to Ash Twin. They are for the warp towers being constructed there. My gratitude. In that case, Poke, Clary, I'm leaving for delivery. I'll send Yarrow your regards. Poke, I'll return to the forge shortly. I'm going to catch up to Root and help him deliver the first core to Ash Twin, just to make sure Yarrow receives it. The white hole cores are for the 6 warp receivers, which will all be on different astral bodies. Right, of course, there's a black... So the way it works is there's a little black hole and a little white hole at the receiver that it's... When they said it was based on White Hole Station, they meant that in a bunch of different ways. Okay, that makes some sense. Boy, I sure wish that would stop happening. So... is this where they would act... That's not what I meant to do. I meant to put that away. This is where they were actually building the warp cores. Well, shit, it's a shame there weren't any left when we got here. That would have been really useful. Is there a way to activate the forge? Like, can we turn this on somehow? Because I need a new warp core, like, real bad. I have immediate use for a new warp core. I wonder. Okay, little bits of rock just sort of falling through the room. Okay, let's have a little bit more of a look around up here. Maybe it must have been storing them around here somewhere, right? Or no, I guess it probably it's a pretty non-trivial thing to make. Boy, I thought black hole forge meant that they were using the forces of the black hole in some way to do the forging. But they were making little black holes. That's, like, extremely wild. Alright, there's a chance that we will fall when we touch the staircase here. I'm gonna try to go fast. Nope. Okay. The stairs do have the sticky property, despite not actually having the texture on them. Okay, let's just keep looking around, make sure we don't miss anything. I mean, it's not that hard to get back here. Just trying to step up onto this lip here. Okay. No big surprises. Well, this is the only place left to go. Where is this going to take me? Oh, this is going to take me up to the surface. That's right. There's this room over here with this thing that you go up, and here's that jetpack refueler. Okay. Well, so I mean, that's not great. Because we can't... I can't get back now. I don't suppose that... No, this is the return thing is not active, and yep, there's a little white hole. I thought that was a light. All these times that we saw these things, I thought that was a light on the floor. So, there's actually... Man, that's an anticlimax, huh? Is there really nothing to do in the Black Hole Forge? That seems crazy. Alright, let's try to get back in there, I guess. Hey, what is my plan here? What could I possibly do? Let me think. It's not really anything, right? Ow. Like, even if I could get back to the right part of the Hanging City, what would I... What is my plan? If we could get close enough to the roof... Well, we can't. Right, I was going to say if I could get close enough to the roof, maybe I could utilize the teleport receiver grid to jump back, but I can't do that, because if I could get close enough to the roof for that, then we wouldn't have needed to teleport in here in the first place. I could have just flown up to the roof and stuck. I want to go... Here we go. Nope, I can't turn the scout around enough. Let's shoot the scout at this thing. Well, hold on. I gotta shoot it a lot closer. Basically, what I'm trying to see is if there is a functional warp core on that weird little dangly bit. Shoot, I missed. I'm trying to land it on that strut. There we go. It's actually really hard to do the thing I'm doing here. Okay, here we go. I can't tell. Even if there was, how would I get it? Alright, I'm gonna drop us back to the main menu, reset the loop. So we can pull the warp forge up. Man, I hope I didn't just like look right past one. We can pull the warp forge up. We can teleport to it. But how much does it help me to do this? It doesn't... Again, I feel like we're like right on the cusp of so much, and every time it seems like we're about to make progress, we hit some kind of brick wall. Then again, even if we did somehow manage to find a functional warp core or build a functional warp core or something like that, how much would it help us? It would allow us to probably use the vessel to get to... Yeah. Allow us to probably use the vessel to get to the eye. But why do I think that that is necessarily going to be helpful? Like, obviously the eye is significant, but that might be it. That might be the whole reason that I want to go, is just because it seems significant to the Nomai, and I'm assuming that the Nomai are capable of solving all of our problems. I wonder... Let's actually make use of the gravity cannon. Hold on. Let's pull the shuttle back. Well, no, sorry. I was thinking that I wanted to pull the shuttle back from the Interloper, but this wouldn't do that. This would pull back the shuttle from the Quantum Moon, right? I believe that's the case. We can go visit the Interloper at some point here. Let's start this loop by raising the forge. Because it does seem pretty important. If we want to interact with it, we have to actually pull it up. I'm assuming that the passage in what is, from this angle, the top of it, isn't even open unless you've pulled it up, because I feel like we looked at that part of the forge while it was in the lowered state. Yeah, right there. It's totally closed. So we do have to pull it up if we want to access it. Then we can give this another shot. I'm hoping that the problem here, as embarrassing as this would be, I'm hoping the problem here is that I just looked right past whatever the useful part of the black hole forge would be. Just because that would be a lovely, easy answer. Alright, let's see if I can pilot us out of here in less than 10 minutes. Fewer than 10 minutes? Thinking about it as an amount of time, but minute is totally a count noun. I don't really want to go to Whitehall Station. Just do this until we find a way out. Here we go. Alright, you know what? Let's go visit the Interloper. It seems like the rumor computer tells me there is something yet to explore in the shuttle. Not in the asteroid itself, but in the frozen shuttle. Let's try to do that. I think I almost just hit a planet. You know, it happens. Oh, right, it goes toward the sun pretty hard, and I have gone toward the sun pretty hard with it. I am now trying my best to escape the gravity of the sun. I think we're going to make it out. We're going to have to catch the Interloper as it slingshots away. Hey, look at that. I managed to pull us away from the sun. So the Interloper is on the part of its path. Yes, it is now moving away from the sun. Okay. This will be much safer to interact with. I'm trying to think, like, what could I possibly have missed on the frozen shuttle? No, my shuttles are just not that big, you know? Remarkably difficult to catch up with. And the autopilot thing is of, like, remarkable. It's very limited utility here. Roll. Roll. Just land on the front parts. Okay. Good enough. Did we actually... Realizing now, did we get into their shuttle? We must have. Because otherwise it wouldn't have, Oh, geez. Ice. Right, sure. The ice works like ice. Who would have thought? Where's the entrance? Trying to be really careful about jumping off of it because of the fact that it would be so easy to just let it get away. I don't remember having this much trouble getting inside last time because I probably landed closer to the crack last time. I don't remember how we accessed the shuttle. Now it seems like I'm going over to the other side. We might have to disengage the ship from it. Just take another quick look at it, because I'm not feeling like I understand where the entrance is. Which is a shame, because, like I said, it's a pain to land the ship on this thing. Okay. Lift off. Where is the part of this that lets you inside? I wonder if it maybe hasn't been melted enough yet? Did we just happen to reach it last time when it had gone near the star again? Or maybe it melts when it gets... Part of it melts open when it gets close to the star, and then it refreezes when it gets far away? I wonder if that's it, actually. I wonder if we have to be on it while it's close to the star. Because I definitely remember hearing the cracking noises last time when we were trying to get into it. I just took that for, you know, art. Like, oh, of course, it's making those noises because we're close to the sun and it's being represented as unstable, but it looks like it might actually be necessary. So we are approaching the star? I mean, yeah, for a certain definition of approaching. Because I think this deep crack part is totally where we got in. Okay, well, I was really hoping that this was going to be like a thing we could do quickly and then still go and access the Ash Twin project. Is the sun big enough to be a danger to me? Boy. Maybe not? Okay. Maybe this is a do-it-later kind of thing. I'm just thinking, if we have to wait for it to go all the way back to the star here, we're probably going to be pretty close to the end of our time. And we do need time to look around at the Black Hole Forge at the very least. And the sun's not even looking red yet. I think we're probably okay for the moment. Okay, let's start slowing down. I may have... Maybe approaching a little fast. Might be a little fast. Might be a little directly into the sun. Might be a little directly into the sun. Why is it so hard to fly in space? Did you see that? We actually got between Sun Station and the star. Well, that sucked. That was a bad use of our time. Okay. So whatever's happening on the frozen shuttle up there, it's gonna have to wait. I really do think it is the case that you have to dock with you have to land on the interloper when it's close to the star. We could try doing that on this run. I'm just trying to think, like, what are the leads we still have? Because it looks to me like this black hole forge thing is a dead end. We got some important context, but again, not useful information, not actionable information. So, where are we at in the interloper? What's happening right now? Okay, that's weird. It doesn't usually just grab the camera from you like that. Okay. I guess let's go toward the interloper right now. Right at this moment, it is approaching the sun. I'm pretty surprised, pretty consistently surprised by the number of little things that I'm not expecting it to actually emulate. Stuff like the ice melting as it closes in with the star and then refreezing as it gets further away. They did some simulation work here. Boy, that thing is distant. We could stop off at Whitehole Station on the way over here. What am I doing? I'm like looking at Whitehole Station instead of the numbers that I'm supposed to be paying attention to. This has been some terrible, terrible gameplay. We're gonna reach the end of the solar system. Like, we're out past Whitehole Station. I'm burning absolutely as hard as I can. Alright, well... now we're closing again with the interloper. It's only going to take us another 15 minutes to reach it. Oh, we really got out there. It turns out, in the absence of wind resistance, in the absence of air, you can kind of just keep speeding up forever, which is pretty cool, except when you do a bad job with it, except when you use it to screw yourself. Okay, Dark Bramble is trying really hard to just get directly between me and my target, which I do not appreciate. Okay. We've managed to put ourselves in a position where it should at least be possible for us to intercept the interloper as it approaches the sun. It's going to be a matter here of not getting myself too too close to the star as we try to land on it. Yeah, Dark Bramble just sort of sidling in there really made that a pain in the ass. So we had to arc around it, and I was going way too fast to do anything other than the most direct approach. I think we're gonna approach the interloper at a pretty good time here, though. Start slowing down. Right now I'm trying to match speed, and it's not... the autopilot is it's terrible at connecting you with a moving object. Because it was pushing us even further off of the approach vector there, and I'm not sure why. That's going to really screw this up, because now we're going to get to it too late, I think. Yeah, by the time we could get anywhere near it, it's going to be away from the star. Stupid autopilot. Well, I don't know how far it has to get away before the ice refreezes, so we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. Might be able to land on it while it's still possible to get inside. come in a little faster than I ordinarily would like to, because we're probably on the clock here. Though I, again, don't actually know this. Not really how anything works. Yeah, it sure looks like it's already refrozen. Did I really just, like, accidentally get in it? Did I accidentally do a thing that is pretty time sensitive the first time we entered this? Or it seems like it doesn't seem like there's any way in other than the ice at the front. Well, that's annoying. Let's try to lift off there with my jetpack. That's how that would work. Yeah, like you can see where the ice is more permanent on the backside. There's their shuttle. It's actually... yeah, it's actually right there. Okay, hold on. I can access that. Right, the ship is sliding. Ship is sliding because I landed entirely on the ice. The landing gear can only do so much. Here we go. Here we go. So we would have to access this from the inside. That's the only place that the teleporter is going to be viable. This is troublesome. It seems the comet wishes to submerge our shuttle in ice. If we stay on the surface too long, the shuttle may freeze entirely. Even if it did, couldn't somebody call it back home to the gravity cannon on Ember Twin? Yes, but the exploration of the comet would be more difficult if we were without the shuttle until someone recalled it. Perhaps we shouldn't have landed on the dark side of the comet. Suppose one of us remained in the shuttle to keep it warm and continue monitoring the surface. This would be wise, I think, Clary. If you don't mind waiting here with it, Poke and I can continue to investigate the surface. Okay, so the gravity cannon on Ember Twin is the one that recalls this thing. The gravity cannon on Brittle Hollow recalls the Quantum Moon shuttle. Okay, well, we have lots of good reason to go to the Twins anyway. Where are we relative to Brittle Hollow? I don't see it at all. Well, let's get closer to the star, and then we'll figure it out. Now see, for this, we could totally use the autopilot. We probably actually want to... I'm debating whether we want to go to Brittle Hollow first and try to set up the forge. I think we have time. Because it does take quite a while for the teleportation tower that takes you to the Black Hole Forge to actually be unearthed. That was just some embarrassingly bad flying while attempting to land on that comet, though. Okay. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to turn off the autopilot. It doesn't much matter where we get in, just that we get in. All problems are solvable from the interior of the planet. Around a little bit here. Okay, that's not great. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. We actually got, like, pretty close to the black hole on. Whatever, it's like a little baby black hole. You know, they're not that powerful. With the little black holes, the event horizon's like just a suggestion, really. Okay, the good news is it's, like, extremely quick to do this part. Man, I really thought... so many times recently, I really thought, okay, this is it. We're finally going to make some serious progress. We're just slowly putting all the pieces together. the Ember Twin gravity cannon, then the Ash Twin teleporter. I think we have time for this. I hope we have time for this. Okay, where are the twins right now? It's a little inconvenient. It sort of looks like they might get away from us here. Might get around the other side of the star, which would be very inconvenient. Well, it hasn't really started growing yet, though. We have some time. We have some time to play with. It is definitely turning redder. This is like a really bad approach vector. Okay, everything's fine. I got it. I got it. This whole episode is just the worst flying of the series. And it's not even all me. Some of it is our computer, which theoretically should be very good at this math. Trying to give the star a little bit of a berth here. Okay, the gravity cannon is right there. Man, I am overshooting stuff like crazy. And of course I managed to make it so that now we will be approaching in such a way that if I overshoot, we will fly directly into the sun. Cool. Cool, good planning. Good planning on my part. Alright, so the gravity cannon is around the other side. Here we go. We can just kind of put down anywhere nearby. That'd be good enough. Yeah, alright, that'll work. Count it. Alright, call the shuttle home. That is the one we want. Yep, and it sure is iced up. So we were in here. We were. But somehow I missed something. How did I manage to miss something? And we definitely read this, right? I fear our situation may be dire. Pi, Poke, and I landed here on this comet not long after its arrival. Shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from beneath the surface. That's the original source of the ghost rock, right? Pi and Poke were able to locate a fissure in the ice on the comet's sunward side and descended inside to investigate the source of the readings. They've been gone for a long time. Yeah, we totally read this. So that right there is the thing that allows the shuttle to be recalled, probably? I'm not really... Ship's computer said that there was something that we had failed to explore. There was something else going on with this shuttle. I don't see any evidence that that's correct. What are we missing here? We could just launch it. I don't think that that's actually a thing that's helpful to do. Right, because this is launch. And then this is self-recall? No, this is, like, steer. That's self-recall. Yeah. I don't know. Well, whatever, I guess. I mean, we have another angle to pursue at the moment, so let's just do that. And not 100% clear on how I'm going to get back to the ship. Okay, you could just... I forgot how high you can jump on this particular planet. Yeah, man, just like leads on top of leads on top of leads, and everything turning out to have a brick wall at the backside of it. Where is the twin? There we go. Sun's beginning to look a little pissy. I mean velocity match aborted. Don't abort that. I need that. Do that. You know what this will do? We will probably not need the ship again. I just need to get out. Okay, I don't remember where this one goes, but it's not the one we're interested in. You need to get back to the Black Hole Forge. The Black Hole Forge teleporter is built in a really strange way. Trying to like center the black hole in the little circle here. I don't know if this is necessary, but it does give me something to do while we wait. I am a profoundly impatient person. Sun's looking like pretty mad. There we go. Please teleport me directly through a sun. Okay. There must be something we missed. Right? Must be. We found the vessel, but it didn't help. We found the black hole forge, but it didn't help. There must be some text that my guess is... That's... Okay, that's not very helpful. My guess is there must be some text that we're missing here that is supposed to... Hold on a second. Okay, the whole room is super dark. Okay, never mind. I was wondering if it, like... if we could see a warp core in that picture, maybe? So this is communicating with the Sun Station. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed at the heart of the Ash Twin project. I mean, is the idea here that we have to go to the core of the Ash Twin project in order to get the warp core that we need? It must be. That must be the case. We have to get to the heart of the Ash Twin project. How would we even do something like that? So we know that there's a bunch of... And we're going to take the teleporter back. We know that the Ash Twin project is at the center of Ash Twin, right? It's sealed in there somehow. I think what we're figuring out here is that we have to access it. Maybe there's a teleporter that takes us inside. Somewhere. Unfortunately... Actually, hold on. This is where we would want to be. To try to figure that out, right? The Ash Twin project is below the solar panels. The solar panels are what make the Ash Twin project work. I guess the other place that there could be a... the solar panels are part of what make the Ash Twin project work, right? So, there could also be a warp core at the center of Ember Twin in the high energy lab. If we could figure out how to access it, which we were not able to do previously. Where's my ship? Oh, my ship got pulled over onto Ember Twin. I was gonna go check out the rumor computer, but hold on. Let's just hang out here for a minute. Let the doorways around power structures, the doorways be unearthed. We'll have another look inside here. I do not remember seeing anything in here except for the the thing that pulls you up into the higher layers. But there's got to be a way into the Ash Twin Project somehow, right? They built it somehow. There must be access. That's right. I remember these now. All of the doors just take. There's no room in there. It's just the elevator. So maybe. Okay, well, here's the core. You know what? It kind of looks like this whole thing is made out of the ore from the cave in what I thought was actually like the rock, the crust of the planet, is actually made of that that ore that looks like it has stars in it from Timberhearth. So yeah, we're walking on the outer shell of the Ash Twin Project right now. We just don't have a way of getting inside of it. God, we are so close. I mean, not just logically, but at this point, spatially. We can touch the part of the Ash Twin Project that we need to access. Just not the inside. That's the music starting, I believe. Well, I don't know that we can get back to our ship. I'm going to try something real stupid. It's sort of working. Huh. How did this happen? It just gets forced out over time. It got forced through the wall of the gravity cannon. Well, my plan here was to get the ship and use it to look around. Ow. Dead. What a way to go. My plan there was to use the ship to look around the edges of the Ash Twin Project quickly for an opening of some kind. But no such luck. Okay, let's use the ship computer. I'm pretty curious about what we've read about the Ash Twin Project. I'm wondering if we've read that there's a way into it. There has to be a way into it. They built it. They turned it on. They then left, right? There's an entrance. But it might be a teleportation-based entrance. We were told there were 5 or 6 sets of teleporters. They made 6 warp cores. Okay, so we've seen the Black Hole Forge now. Sorry, what is that? There's a schematic in the High Energy Lab that depicts which warp tower on Ash Twin is meant to align with which astral body. The Ash Twin Project was planned at the High Energy Lab, a building with large solar panels on Ember Twin's equator. The High Energy Lab can only be accessed by the path from the Sunless City, but it doesn't actually seem to be accessible. Okay. We gotta get into the High Energy Lab, I think. Well, let's try. So we know where it is. We know approximately where in the planet it is. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get there. I feel like we looked pretty thoroughly. There is a path from the Sunless City that says it goes to the High Energy Lab. But again, I feel like we looked. Alright, let's just get down into the Sunless City and we'll figure it out from there. So we want to go to the gravity cannon and use the path in the hill behind it, right? How's the gravity cannon? Here we go. What is that? Do you guys see that? There's like... Huh. This is the other side of the window from the Eye Temple. I don't think I had seen that before. It's kind of weird considering how many times we've been right here. Okay. So, path from the Sunless City to the High Energy Lab. We have totally seen this before. It's way down at the bottom, right? Yeah, that's the door that leads to the High Energy Lab, but I seem to remember it being the case that we couldn't actually get through here for some reason. Okay, let's track it back and figure this out. I did not realize the importance that this place was going to have to us. Right, we couldn't get there because of the sand flow. Shoot. Well... we were on the other side of this, weren't we? I think we were. I think we had found a way to the other side of it. This is the approximate direction. Is this just going to take me back into the city chamber? It sure does. Shoot, I can't remember how we did it. I mean, we know where it is. What's this? This is Fossil Overlook. That doesn't help me. I think we just need to get back outside. So it's underneath the South Pole, it looks like. It is nice of all of the Nomai to build all of their stuff around the poles so that it's easy to access. Wait a minute, have we been here? Because this looks like really important. Have I honestly never been here before? This planet sometimes, and only sometimes, has a moon. This is also of note. It disappears if no one is watching it. Isn't that a fascinating orbital characteristic? I think this is new text. This is my first time encountering a natural satellite with the ability to vanish when not being watched. We should study it, or even better, we should travel there. Given its reluctance to move while consciously observed, it might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. I agree. Our first step would be determining a method to track this phantom moon, so that we can always know where it is. I found your moon, Melloray. Or I found your note, Melloray. Kindly count me among this moon's admirers. What is happening when it disappears? Does it move to another location? I believe so. Not only does the moon appear around Brittle Hollow, I can confirm it sometimes orbits Timberhearth as well. Shirt's research notes. Clearly the Nomai were making astronomical observations here. They chose an excellent spot. What is this big rotating device for? What was it the Nomai were observing? I'd posit there's something special about the orange symbol on that device. HAL and the new astronaut's translator tool would be nice to have right about now, yeah. Yeah, man, how is there still stuff that how are we still finding stuff? Okay, the quantum moon locator is functioning. We have markers for each of the places the moon goes. Just observed the quantum moon in orbit around Dark Bramble. I thought the locator now accounted for all of the Phantom Moon's locations, but sometimes the locator can't tell where the moon is. Perhaps there's a problem with the device. It's also possible there exists a sixth place. Yes, there sure does. Keen eyes, my friend. Moon travels to a total of 5 locations, not 4, and then eventually they discovered, no, even more than that. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool device. I can't believe there is still stuff left to discover. We were right here. This is Chert's... this is not... No, this is not Chert's camp. It looks like Chert's camp, but it is not Chert's camp. Okay. Well, that's good. That would have been even more embarrassing. So the high energy lab is directly below us right now. Yeah, we definitely got on the other side of that, on the other side of that sand flow. Somehow. Was it when we... It was when we went to the lake bed, right? I don't know how I managed to damage myself there. Well, we're not going to be able to go to the lake bed now, I assume. Yeah, the sand's too high. Let's get over to Chert's place. That's approximately how I meant to do that. Yeah, we're not going to be able to use the lake bed entrance. Well... Sorry, I'm just like having to refamiliarize myself with this whole area. Alright, sorry about the jump cut there, but basically I just clipped out a couple of attempts me trying to get to the high energy lab as quickly as possible, and just getting like turned around in the Sunless City. Nothing was found, and frankly, it was just not a lot of fun to watch. Well, it wasn't a super fun couple of attempts to run either. So I have enough time for one more go at this. We're going to give this one more quick look. It feels to me like getting into the high energy lab is the thing now. It feels like this is what matters. Now, of course, I have felt like a couple of other things were the thing in recent history, and it has turned out that I was wrong every single time, so let's not pin all of our hopes on this, but it sure seems like a thing that should be doable. So it says that there's a sign here. We'll visit it really quickly because I don't think that trying to beat the sand down there is actually going to help. But there's a sign just outside the power source here, that side of these solar panels, that says that the only way into the high energy lab is through the Sunless City, right? Okay, managed to very nearly hit every cactus on the way over there. Yeah, if you're here to help or just to observe, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab. Running this experiment, inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup and could have enormous consequences. Okay, so we're going to go... We can't follow the cable directly because of ghost matter, right? Yeah. You know what? Can I see? I'm curious if we can. Let's try to fire a scout down there. Oh, I broke that. So that's good. I'm trying to just get the. There it goes. Okay, I can't even tell if that's a valuable place for the thing to go, because all it can see is another elevator. Alright, we aren't doing it as fast as possible, but let's go back to the Sunless City and see if there is, in fact, a way to do this. Need to find the gravity cannon, which is not really what I'm doing right now. Okay, the gravity cannon would be a good place to start. I'm really getting pretty far away from the planet at this point. Might be a good idea to go refresh fuel at the ship. Yeah, this has been a pretty clumsy attempt as well. I'm thinking maybe it's a good time after this loop for me to stop for the day, because I'm definitely not exactly killing it anymore. I'm not functioning at my highest space exploration prowess. Where the hell is that? There it is. There it is. Okay, that'll do. We're probably a little too slow here. It's just like very annoying. This is a very annoying job that I'm doing here. A very bad, annoying job. Okay, it's probably the case that I've been too slow. Let's see. We're gonna skip turning on the power. Oh no, the door's still not covered in sand. I guess let's just go ahead and go through. Alright, so this didn't work because we're not able to get through a sandfall at the end of the cable, right? And I thought I remembered that at some point we had gotten on the other side of this, that we had come at this room from the other side, but it doesn't... I was not able to find it. Oh, I thought I had it there. Yeah, I went back and watched some footage, and I was not able to find any evidence that that had happened. So I'm going to try this one more time. I'm going to try it from over here. I'm going to, like, really build up a lot of speed. Ah, man. Okay, well, I almost hit the wall there. Alright, I did hit the wall. If I hadn't, maybe... Wait a minute. Am I an idiot? Could we just wait until the sand... Hold on, let's... We just wait until the sand lifts us up over the cactus? If this is actually the way you're supposed to solve this, I'm going to be very cross with myself. I mean, we might not have a lot of time once this has happened. It's possible that down the corridor we'll find we're unable to advance because of all of the sand. But, like, as soon as those spikes are covered, I'm going. That looks good to me. Ow. Come on, Patch. Okay. Is this actually going to work? Is this the thing we were supposed to be doing the whole time? Okay, hold on. We gotta... Oh, that's not good. I think it might be. It sort of looks like it might be, huh? Although I will say that this is, like, pretty harrowing. Oh my god, that was all I had to do the whole time? We could have done that. We could have done that at any time. Well... Okay, that's bad. That's the... This is the chamber we shot the scout into. Which means that this is the direction that the thing is in. This is the direction the high energy lab is in. We know this. Oh, this is very exciting. This is potentially very exciting, although it looks like maybe the way up to the high energy lab is broken. Well, this looks pretty navigable, though. Oh my god. Like, I'm happy we're getting there. But I'm pretty annoyed with myself for not having realized how easy it was to get there earlier. Phooey. Slamming myself into walls. Like I said, I am not playing at my most 100%ist optimal. 100%ist? Is that what I just said? My whole brain is starting to turn off at any moment. But holy shit, we did it. At some point, probably this chamber's going to fill with sand. So maybe I should get a move on here. Well, I thought that was a teleport receiver. It's not. It's just a symbol that looks a lot like the teleport receiver carved into the wall. It's the symbol for the teleport receiver. So what am I looking at here? Hold on. We have a device. What does this do? It opens a port for me to launch a scout through, except not actually. Because there's glass there. Oh, okay, if I press right up against it, I can. What is the value of this? Sort of looks like, sort of looks like there's no... What am I looking at here? Huh. That's not exactly what a warp core looks like. Not like the kind we need. So wait, what happens if I... That's a black hole. And that's a white hole. And if I put them right next to each other, am I going to destroy the universe? Hold on, there's stuff to read here. Why don't we, instead of doing anything at all with these cores, why don't we read? Like a smart person might. Okay, records show Nomai arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow very slightly before departing from the Whitehole Station. Raimi and I are devising an experiment to test if this is a real phenomenon or simple machine error. Initial things first. Our experiment setup will first pair a small black hole core with a small white hole core to mimic the setup on Whitehole Station. Hypothesis: it is possible for an object to exit a white hole before entering the corresponding black hole. Yes, that seems possible. In theory, what we want to try to reproduce is a negative amount of time elapsing between something entering the black hole and exiting the white hole at its destination. Right. That makes sense. I mean, if you could figure out how to use that sort of like unexpected side effect of the technology, it seems like that could be very powerful. Our experiment here reproduced the anomaly in arrival and departure times, but Pi is unconvinced it's more than an equipment error. I hope to strengthen the effect to render it visible to the unaided eye. It'd be a hell of a thing to do. To that end, we've decided to try adding more energy. I imagine the Sunless City's energy supply should prove sufficient. Of note, Raimi, Yarrow will request that we let him know before we reroute energy to the experiment. I'd hate to leave him in the dark. All available energy has been rerouted from the city to the experiment. We're about to run the test. Hypothesis confirmed. I saw it. Pi saw it. This is beyond extraordinary. This changes everything. It would actually change everything. What a beautiful day for the intersection of abstract theory and practical application. Yeah, right? Like, they discovered time travel. They discovered a functional method of time travel. That's unbelievably galactically huge. It's incredible. Okay, I think this is that map. Yeah. This just shows us where the towers are pointed, which, unfortunately, we no longer need anymore. We figured that out through experimental verification. The Southern Observatory is asking if creating a 22-minute interval is possible. That is, to have something arrive 22 minutes before it is actually sent through warp. And we know, obviously, that it is. We've learned the negative interval of time between departure and arrival can be increased by adding more energy to the warp core. Problematically, the energy required to extend the interval increases at an exponential rate. Okay, so if the interval is controllable, that means that potentially it's possible that we could increase the energy to, like, we could go back more than 22 minutes and maybe stop the sun station from firing, which would prevent our sun from going supernova, or at least, prevent it from going supernova before its time. Creating a 22-minute long interval is possible, but we are currently unable to generate the necessary energy. Amy and I believe it would be necessary to invent a new method of producing energy, a thrilling but enormous undertaking. It would also require advanced warp technology able to handle such energy. We would also likely need an enormous space to fit these proposed new energy and warp technologies together. The only location large enough would be the Ash Twin. The energy is currently unavailable, you say? You're a gas, pie. Get it? Because current. Because it's currently... Yeah. My pun was unintended, Remy, so I believe it's you who's Aeriform. These guys, it's a whole culture of hardcore super nerds. I mean, that's exactly the sort of culture you would expect to invent time travel, I suppose. The Ash Twin project will be one of our biggest undertakings, metaphorically and physically. To build it, we need a way to travel quickly between Ash Twin and each each location that holds crucial project materials. What if we use towers like the one we have in the White Hole Station to connect each planet directly to Ash Twin? Of note, each tower on Ash Twin will lead to a different planet. We can design each tower to visually reflect the planet it links to. Okay, Phlox, calm down. Function first. The Giant Steep Tower, for example, could resemble a cyclone. Poke, Root, and I can begin work on this immediately in the Black Hole Forge, which will keep us busy. Okay, well, I mean, we're starting to get an idea here. Unfortunately, what we do not have... Oh, this is just the door. I mean, we may as well open it. Only there was a way to keep it open. Okay, so I have a warp core. I don't... What do we do with it? I mean, if I put it right here, is this going to be a bad... Have I done a bad? I have not... Oh. Oh. Now I get why you can launch a scout through here. Cool. It doesn't really seem to be arriving before it leaves, though. Right? I don't know, it's hard to tell. Is there anything else? It looks like we got all the stuff here. So, these are called warp cores, but they're not exactly the same thing that we saw on the ship, on the vessel. So I don't know if we could... What are you... Get over there. I don't know how to make use of this. Like, it's fascinating for sure. But I don't know how to turn these into a single unit that we could use. We could walk the pair of them back to the ship and then plug them into the opposite ends of the warp core receptacle. Like, install the black hole one at the top and the white hole one at the bottom in the vessel, but I don't think that's... I don't know. They're not the same thing. Maybe if we had the warp core casing from the vessel, if we brought it here, we could install the things in it and then we could take it back out there. Wait, is this one just... This one's just empty. Actually, a bunch of them are. Huh. Hold on, what if I put this back and put an empty one over here? What does that do? That does nothing. I mean, it's possible that, again, my brain is fried from too much video games today, and that I maybe need to take a moment to consider the implications here. But this seems pretty major. Yeah, I mean, we'd have to, like, put a lot more energy into them before we could observe the effect being huge. Actually, we didn't play with this yet. What does this do? Oh. Right, we rerouted the power from the solar cells. So this cable runs to the city. This was powering the city before. But now it's powering this thing. So now we maybe should be able to see the effect? Oh, wow. Yeah, now it's like clear as day. That's pretty wild. Is there any... Hold on, did I miss any other mechanisms here? It's like, what else could we... What can we do with this? What is the application of what we are seeing here? Is there a mechanism perhaps in the thing itself? No. No, it doesn't look like it. And this just leads us outside. Yeah, this is not helpful. Huh. Well, we can run cool experiments. We can just, like, have science fun, but that's not... There is an entire group of civilizations at stake here. So I should probably try to find a more serious application for this. I do have one question. What happens if... It's like classic time travel story question. What happens if we fire the scout so that it comes out the white hole, but then we stop it from going through the black hole by, like, pulling it back? I'm going to try to retrieve it. Seems pretty... I don't think I'm quite getting it. Hold on. Okay, seems pretty paradox-proof. Whatever the mechanism is here. If I pull the scout back... Actually, I think I pulled back the white hole scout. Hold on, can we actually see if that's... Alright, well, that didn't work. Yeah, I pull back the white hole scout. The other scout goes into the black hole. What if I turn off the black hole? Look at that. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I suppose so. That looked like the brambles, didn't it? That's a weird way. Are they... I believe this is the main menu music, but played on a group of kazoos. We did it, everyone! We saw the credits. We totally won the game. Okay, I guess that's as good a place as any to stop for the day. I have to think a little bit. My face hurts right now. I've just done a lot today. Yeah, so I'm gonna consider the implications of these cores that we found. It's possible that we could do the thing we just did, where we get to the lab, open the front door, go get the ship, park the ship right outside. Wait. I think there was a voice there for a second. I was talking over it like an idiot, so I don't know what it said. But we could go get the ship, park the ship outside, move a black hole core into the ship, go back, get a white hole core, move that into the ship, and then fly them to the vessel and try to install them in the warp core device. I don't know. That might work. It's certainly not ideal. It's like a lot of trucking. The fact that it requires us to move objects around in that way makes me feel like it's not right. Maybe we go get the warp core holder from the vessel and bring it... I don't know, that feels wrong too. Because that would mean we'd have to go all the way to the vessel and then back to Ember Twin and then back to the vessel. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll think about it. Yeah, I probably won't try any stuff off camera because I don't want to get anything right while I'm not recording. So yeah, I'll just think about it over the weekend and then we'll come back to this with fresh eyes very soon and hopefully actually do something about it. So come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.